Hello everyone, Tucker here at MassEffectFollower, and if you've ever spent time putting the Normandy through its paces, you've probably seen most of what the galaxy has to offer. Countless planets and asteroids and other bodies litter the explorable map. This crucial part of Mass Effect's expansive universe is often overlooked by the casual and even some dedicated fans of the stories. So today, we have a short list of 10 interesting planets in the Milky Way. This list isn't in any particular order, and I want to preemptively apologize for butchering some of the names here. The script is making Microsoft Word have a heart attack with the amount of sci-fi names in here, and I myself am looking at some of these not knowing how to pronounce them. With that, wish me the best of luck, and here we go. The first one we're going to talk about is Klendagon. Found most easily in Mass Effect 2, fans of the series will remember this as the place where you take on the derelict Reaper. Klendagon's claim to fame is something called the Great Rift, a massive valley that violently carves its way across the otherwise flat surface. According to the Elusive Man, Alliance survey teams determined the rift's cause to be an unimaginably powerful shot from a mass accelerator cannon 34 million years ago. The same shot that caused the rift likely also crippled the Reaper that we explore in the game. The massive scar stands as an immortal testament to the power and valor of an ancient, long-forgotten civilization. If you are a fan of classic sci-fi, JUNTHOR might interest you. The planet is described as having the ruins of some ancient, technologically advanced colony. In the center stood a single column carved elaborately. When translated by a sorry scientist, the carving simply said, "Walk among these works and know our greatness." A roughly scratched message on the column also said, "Monsters from the id." The planet and the scratched messages are a reference to the 1956 movie Forbidden Planet, where a human expedition studying the ancient advanced Krell race were set upon by an invisible monster. It turns out that the monster was created by the subconscious, and monsters like it were responsible for the sudden destruction of the Krell race. One of the main character's last words were "monsters from the id," which is reflected in the scratches on the column. The id is a Freudian concept. Simply put, it is a person's deep, instinctual drives such as the need for food, water, and sex. A person dominated by the id is said to be impulsive, act rashly, and pursue a self-gratifying lifestyle. PRESSHA is a planet easy to overlook, but it does have a couple of things going for it. For one, in the description contains a lore inconsistency. Apparently, a Turian admiral had disappeared after the Krogan rebellions, and his ship was found on the small planet. However, the description claims that the rebellions happened 3,000 years ago, when in reality it had only been half that time. Zaharic's surface is covered with seas of silica dust that can be several kilometers deep. These seas occasionally become disturbed and kick themselves up into massive storms. The planet is the center of a sort of extranet conspiracy. All probes sent to Zaharic's planet have died for one reason or another. While governments claim that these failures were purely mechanical in nature, a popular meme insists that the silica dust on this planet is actually a massive fleet of nanobots that periodically come alive during the storms to defend themselves. While most scientists have rejected this, some scandalous writings from an influential matriarch have stirred up the issue again. The extranet itself is rarely ever mentioned in-game, and it is a little heartening to see how little the internet has changed even in the far future. Being a Spectre is great and all, but what's the use of legal immunity if you don't get to exercise it every once in a while? Worry no longer. Caspin has all you need to scratch your law-breaking itch. Caspin is a planet designated a pre-garden terrestrial world by the Council, and its conditions closely resemble those of ancient Earth. Lichens and algae cover the planet and are beginning to change the atmosphere to one composed of nitrogen and oxygen. Because of how fragile the ecosystem is, landing is banned on heavy fines of imprisonment. But none of that will stop a Spectre who is, on, official council business there. In stark contrast with the beautiful binary star system that it orbits, Maji serves as a less than legal entertainment, namely as the galaxy's biggest gladiatorial arena. Pirate groups, mercenary bands, and other unsavory characters from the Terminus regularly dump unwilling victims such as slaves, prisoners, hostages, or vicious animals on the planet to duke it out. Loser gets left behind. When reading about or even playing around in the Mass Effect universe, it is easy to get caught up in the beautiful space opera you're a part of. Gleaming towers and beautiful environments are all well and good, but this planet, among other things, serves as a harsh reminder that the Mass Effect universe isn't all sunshine and roses. ARMENI is at the center of a small academic whirlwind. A probe's flyby discovered countless small protrusions around the planet's equator. Closer inspection revealed that those protrusions are actually grave sites. Millions of elaborate crypts lurk just beneath the surface, belonging to an ancient race called the Zayoff. The Zayoff are one of the countless minor species that you may have never even heard about in the Mass Effect universe. Alliance universities have been clamoring to excavate the planet and learn more about this elusive race, but they have been blocked at every turn by the Council, who hold grave sites as untouchable and have banned any tampering. Plova is a large gas giant whose upper atmosphere hides some sort of massive superstructure just beneath the surface. Its protrusions far too regular to be anything but man or alien made. Some theorize that the entire planet is actually an ancient supercomputer that was either built in the gas giant or later became one due to its immense size. Many have beamed signals at the planet in fruitless attempts to activate the machine, or to at least get its attention. Another school of thought theorizes that the planet is a weapon graveyard, and that the protrusions are actually the super destructive weapons of some ancient race that dumped their useless tech on Plova. The gas giant's dense atmosphere prevents any sort of confirmation, and with the tragic death of the last group that tried to dive into the atmosphere to get a closer look, we may never know what lies on that planet. JARTAR is unique, not because of the planet itself, but because of what orbits it. The planet was the resting place of the Leviathan of Dis, some sort of genetically engineered starship that was in no way not a Reaper. No way, nothing to see here, keep going on your day. While the Leviathan's presence was confirmed by the Council, it mysteriously disappeared from the planet after a short visit by a hegemony dreadnought. Since then, the Batarians have steadfastly denied the Leviathan ever existed, even in the face of video evidence of the corpse produced by the Solarians. As we learned in Mass Effect 2, even a dead god dreams. The Leviathan was spirited away by the Batarians and likely indoctrinated most of the hegemony's leadership, which contributed to their quick fall when the Reapers arrived. Now, it is no secret that the Batarians hate the Human Systems Alliance, a feeling that is easily reciprocated by the latter. Klensal was a small planet with massive amounts of mineral resources. Due to its proximity to Batarian space, human mining companies sprang into action in an effort to set up claims first. When these companies arrived, equipment in tow, however, they discovered that the planet was distressingly average. The rush and effort with no reward crippled a Mexican company and resulted in a net loss for the humans. Later investigation revealed that the Batarian survey team had falsified the results, an action that was unethical but not illegal. The hegemony, of course, denied the action. The planet is still littered with abandoned mining bases, which are occasionally used for criminal meetups. So what do you think about the planets that we talked about? Did we miss any planets that you want us to bring up in the next video? Which planets' names did I absolutely butcher? Let us know in the comments below, and while you are there, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.